I be out all night with the street lights. I get no days off on vacations. You inside, tell me what it be like. The fake love never did change me. I be out all night with the street lights. I get no days off on vacations. You inside, tell me what it be like. The fake love never did change me.
All these people falling off like they dominoes, chilling at the formal and designer clothes. I be politics.
So Darius, tell me, what got you into the ball python game?
Well, that's a good question, AJ. You want the short answer or the long answer?
Let's do long answer. I think we got nothing but time.
Okay. Well, to make a long story short, so basically one day, it was like a regular rainy day in Florida. You know, we went to school at Palmer down in Daytona, Port Orange area. So basically, you know, we were just going over there to chill. Oh, there's a man that meant the legend right there. Hey, man, say what up to the camera.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, he just got off of work. I need that adjustment, low key.
We out here, boom. Going with the adjustment.
Yeah, man. So he was just asking me like, why did I get in the ball python game? I'm trying to give him the short answer. So basically, I was going over to Mikey's crib. I remember he came and picked me up because my truck was messed up. So basically, we get over there. I already knew he had all the snakes. Like I already knew he already had the Instagram page made and everything. And I was just like, bro, I don't know about these snakes, bro. I don't know. So he had this poster, and he's like, bro, just pick out which one you think looks the best, like the coolest. And I ended up picking a dreamsicle, and that was pretty much all she wrote. He's like, bro, come here, like, let me show you how much it's worth. And I was like, $3,000? Like, who finna pay that? And he's like, all these people pay that much money for these snakes. And it's like kind of like COVID time, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's when I was booming.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't know what it was. He's just like, man, do your research. So what I ended up doing was I made a list of 10 ball pythons, all recessive. I told him, I was like, the only way I'm investing in this is if we get straight recessives. Like, I'm not playing. So, facts, bro. So anyway, so then I wrote down like 10 ball pythons that I like just visually. 9 of the 10 were gone within a month, and I gave it a 3-month period. And then the 10th one that was still there, we ended up buying, which was Hellcat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
shout out to Miguel, always evolving.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Hooked us up with Hellcat, the highway ball python.
Hey, Miguel, we coming for that sunset next, just so you know. But yeah, basically, that was it. That's what started it.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. He did a lot of research, and he learned a lot of stuff about the snakes. I was impressed with the amount of knowledge that he learned over the course of a few months. It was crazy.
Darius, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
What do you mean as far as like with the ball pythons or just in general?
With ball pythons.
With the ball pythons, what, in 5 years? Shoot. One of my goals is that, in 5 years, I'll say that we hit our first triple recessive, at least have a couple quad hets in the, you know, just in the backup. Because, you know, honestly, like, I'm more worried about the triple in quads right now than I've been worried about just making regular visuals. I need to slow down, I guess. But,
I feel that.
But I mean, you know, we got the visual to visual, so I'm pretty confident. Honestly, in 5 years, I'll say that I see myself, you know, I will be like one of the top people for sure, at least with the Lavender Project for sure.
Facts.
You know, because that's our favorite gene anyway, so I think that's going to be our stamp, is that live confusion stuff. You know, and we got a couple other things we want to sprinkle in there. So that's definitely what I'm looking forward to in the next 5 years. I think we'll be solidified.
Totally.
For sure.
Totally. Yeah, so switching gears now, personally, 5 years, where do you see yourself?
Oh, man. Shoot, 5 years? I don't know. Hopefully Mikey will have moved back down to Florida by then, so that way, you know, we can really turn it up, which is the plan and the goal. But I will say, you know, hopefully I have my own, you know, nice house so y'all can come visit whenever, you know. My son Jeter, shout out to Jeter, you know.
Yep.
He can come whenever. So that's my goal in 5 years, just to be financially stable, able to do what I want to do when I want to do it, you know. Hey,
I love that. That's the dream. That's what everybody's working towards right now. I know everybody in BOF, it's just like a collective, you know. It's everybody's feeding off each other.
Yeah, facts. And yeah, hopefully my son will like to play sports, so, you know, we can.
Oh, yeah, well, with a name like Jeter, man, you can't go wrong.
I mean, shout out to my son Jeter. You know, I love you.
Legacy. legacy.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and make him his own like line of like a gene.
Okay.
So he'll have something left over, like something special.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. So, Mikey's birthday, it's coming up. What is something, a memory with Mikey that you'll never forget?
Dang, a memory with Mikey that I'll never.
Yes, it's ingrained in your brain.
Bro, he gonna kill me. I think he gonna kill me.
I mean, we know he's cut it.
Between him and my cousins.
Okay.
So, shout out to Richie and George down in Tampa. So, I'll never forget this. We went out. I think it was 4th of July. Actually, it was like this time, probably 2 years ago.
All right.
And like we went out, popped the bottles. Shout out to my guys. And freaking, we were lit. Got home, made it home, everything. And Richie and they got this turtle, it's an albino. I don't know what kind of turtle it was, like an albino turtle.
Okay, yeah.
And basically, bro, Mikey's holding the turtle. And damn, he dropped the damn turtle.
No,
bro, in front of everybody. He didn't, like the turtle's okay, like.
Yeah.
Like
it
was so funny because he felt so bad.
Of course,
and I was just like, Mikey, I told you don't put the turtle down, bro. And he's like, bro, my bad. I'm just like, it's okay, bro.
Yeah, but
he felt bad.
Yeah.
Nah, he felt bad. It was hilarious.
Yeah, well, that's something you'll never forget. It's ingrained in the brain,
Yeah, right. 'Cause I know how he is, like with reptiles. So like, I knew, like, I was like, bro, I know you just wanted to hold the turtle.
Yeah, and he's just hurting on the inside. That
he felt.
Yeah.
It changed his mood.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, I'm glad you shared that, man. Like, I didn't know that before this,
Yeah, no, that was, man, that was a good time.
Yeah. Shout out to Richie, though.
Hey, shout out to my guys, man. You already know we litty when I come back. Hey, we going out in August. Game time.
Let's go. All right, so we're back in the Ball Python Bando with Mike and Darius. I'm so glad y'all are here. It's been a great time in Rhode Island. Just got a couple questions for y'all. Mike, what made you want to partner with a guy like Darius?
Oh, man, when I first met Darius, we were chilling at school. I met him. We started hanging out. Super funny. We clicked instantly, had a lot in common. And I always knew Darius liked animals. So when he first came over and saw the snakes, he was definitely interested in what I had going on there. And at the time, probably had 5, 6 snakes maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
And at the time, like Darius mentioned, I had a poster on my wall of all different ball python morphs. And I was like, yo, Darius, go up there, pick your favorite morph. He obviously picked the Dream Skull. Great choice, by the way. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, man, that costs like $3,000. And all these recessive genes hold their value well. And he was shocked when he heard the price. So he was like, damn, man, that sounds like breeding dogs. Like he's always liked dogs. He's always had goals to breed dogs. So I told him, go back, do some research, bro. Tell me what you think about the snakes. And, let me hear what your ideas are as far as breeding and what you want to get into. So long story short, he went back, did some research, and we sat down, had a serious talk about the genes he wanted to work with. And I was pretty impressed with his knowledge of the genetics. I put him on to watching JKR videos, Brian Barczyk, so he could learn everything. So he did a lot of research, definitely grew some knowledge in that time. And then after that, he finally got his first pet snake on his own, and he learned for caring for him after being terrified of him for a while.
Yeah, facts. To elaborate a little more on that, I'm in it, we here to get money, obviously, but I want to say, I developed a passion for the snakes as I did my research and got more involved into it. I mean, honestly, my background's biology, so I just geek out, because I already know, boom, it's a Punnett square, so okay. You already know, dominant, incomplete dominant, recessive, boom. So, for me, it was kind of like a no-brainer to just, Punnett square. It's nice and easy. I can geek out and make bread.
Yeah, that's true, man. And like you said, man, over time I started to see him really grow a passion for the animals too, not just, the value of them as far as the money side, but he actually really started to like the snakes, and now he's got 11 at his house, I think. Yeah,
bro, y'all remember how I wouldn't even hold them snakes?
He wouldn't even touch one. He was buying snakes and not even holding them.
Facts.
So he's definitely came a long way. I'm proud of him, and once I saw the knowledge and the passion start to unfold, that's when I really became serious and was like, all right, I can make this guy my partner. We could definitely do some stuff together.
Facts.
And we both got big goals. We definitely are trying to reach those goals, but working every day. So we're just going to keep grinding and doing our thing.
Most definitely. Love it. It's fantastic. All right, so Mike, what is a memory of Darius that is etched in your brain?
A memory of Darius. One of my favorite memories of Darius was when we got a new snake. His name is DGG. Shout out to JKR. We got him from him.
Shout out JKR.
And I remember we were unboxing him, and Darius took him out, and he was like, "Yo, bro, give me 1 minute. I gotta call my mom and show her I'm holding the snake right now because she's never gonna believe this." And that memory is definitely one that has stuck with me for sure for a long time because I remember he wouldn't even touch a snake. He was so excited to get this snake. He just grabbed it and held it. Called his mom on FaceTime. His mom was proud of him. And it was a good memory, man. It was funny.
Shout out to my mom too. She's our number one fan.
Shout out. She's always
no matter what, she's always supportive, whether she agreed with it or not. She's always showed up every single post.
Yes, she does. She's a real one for sure. Shout out Mama Thompson.
Shout out Mama Thompson for sure, for sure. All right, so we've seen it all over the internet. Every hashtag, every post. What is Recessive Gang?
The Recessive Gang, man, that's like a movement. That's just, the
that's
Recessive
us.
Gang.
That's us. Just rare.
That's what we ride on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to be different. We want to stand out visually. You know what I'm saying? We in a positive light, too. We're not in this to be better than anybody. We want to help grow the industry, in a positive light, help evolve, help progress. What I'm saying? We're not here to beef with anybody or do anything. We only here with love. That's why we do the Morph Monday and shout people out. Well, Recessive Gang is just us trying to achieve that goal of developing or producing a visual recessive.
Right, I agree with you, man. And to kind of add to that too, a Recessive Gang too is kind of like an identity as well. Like you want to you want to really be about what you're speaking and what you're doing. So I think it's also an identity, and also it helps kind of spread these snakes to people that don't know about snakes, because when they see like a crazy colored snake they never knew existed, we can kind of educate it about them. It definitely sparks their interest and gets the conversation going to kind of spread the hobby and the industry to other people who may not have gotten in it if they didn't see a video with the cool snake in it. So
yeah,
definitely think that plays a big part too.
Most definitely. So favorite genes. Why is Lavender Albino your favorite gene?
Oh man, my favorite gene, yeah, for sure. I just think it's one of the hardest genes out there. It's bright. It gets better with age. The lavender and the orange coloration next to each other is just amazing. And not only that, I love what you can do with it too, with different genes. Like the Enchi adds like some pinks into it. Just like different ingredients that you can put into it that makes it better. And I just like the bright colors. So of course I'm going to kind of gravitate towards the Lavender Albino. And that's kind of my thoughts. And the Dream Skull has always been my favorite snake for sure. The Lav Pod, man. Darius knows it because I knew as soon as he picked that snake, I was like, bro, that's my favorite snake.
Yeah, no, like facts. I mean, I feel like with Lavender Albino, like you can't go wrong. If you want that straight lav, you can go yellow, and there's so many different things that you can do with it because it's different from a regular albino. Right. You know what I'm saying? With that lav, it's gonna change colors. So a lot of people don't know that. And then depending whether you got that head pie influence, head VPI influence, head clown influence, it's all gonna give you that nice little mixture that you need. You know what I'm saying? And then getting into those co-dominant genes, those incomplete genes, you know what I'm saying? You can go Enchi, YB, OD. And I'm, for me, he already know I'm trying to make that snake as like super orange as I can. We trying to turn something red, something pink. Like that's what we're trying to go with it. I'm trying to make supers on triple recessives on everything. That's the beautiful thing about it. I think that's why I like geek out so hard about it, because it's just like I can literally sit here and be like, oh, I want that DG Xanthic clown, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, oh shoot, I want that rainbow lab VPI, and you can, and that's possible. So that's why I think it's so beautiful about this industry.
Facts, man. It's like almost like creating art. Like you're trying to mix the right ingredients to make the most beautiful and bright colored snake. So that's really what I like about the industry for sure, and this hobby, and just kind of playing with these snakes, mixing different genes together, seeing how they interact with each other. It makes for some crazy stuff, man.
Confusion.
Some exciting stuff. Yup, lace, mandarin.
Okay.
You already know. Asphalt, everything, bro. everything.
So with all the hundreds of morphs, all the genes, everything, what would be your new favorite?
Man, you want to answer or you want me to go?
You can go first, bro.
I don't know. For some reason, I text him like at least once a week about Ultramel. It's growing on me. I haven't seen it enough in person to really be like, okay, like let's get it.
It catches the eye.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely, we're in Miguel's Patreon, so we're definitely always looking for that sunset. We saw that last sunset and very, very intriguing, but we want to take it to the next step for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. Those are both great projects. I'm definitely liking the sunset gene, but I'm also in between that and the rainbow gene. So I don't know, man. I think the rainbow has some untapped potential for sure. It's definitely similar to lavender albino, so I'm interested to see how other genes might influence it, and definitely a project I'm considering getting into in the future.
Yeah, facts. I haven't seen it enough in person yet.
Yeah, I'd never seen one in person, to be honest with you, bro. I've only seen pictures of them, and from what I've seen in the pictures, they definitely look pretty crazy. So
y'all send us pictures for sure, please, because we're definitely interested.
Tag us on your stories with your rainbow stuff. I'll repost them for sure on Instagram. So check us out on the Instagram if you're not already following us. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for sure, and you know what's up, man. Come rock with us.
Definitely. Rocking with us now, rocking with us in the future. In the future, Mikey, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, man, I would like to see myself doing this as a full-time job for real. I mean, I'm passionate about it. I love the animals, man. Like, I'm excited to come in here and see the snakes every day. I'm excited to see, like, who shed their skin, who's ready to eat, like, who's ready to breed. I'm excited to ultrasound, all that stuff. So it's just not even like work really to me, man. It's like just doing something because I love it, and I would do it anyways, even if I didn't get paid for it or make money from it. So I'd like to do it as a full-time job because it wouldn't really be a job. It'd just be what I love to do.
Facts.
Yeah, facts.
So, guys, you just made it through your first breeding season. You had your first clutch. You have more on the way. It's exciting. Most of that load was on you, Mike. Now we're transitioning, but have Darius's first clutch, his first breeding season. So dive in a little bit about that. Tell me about it.
All right, so this will be my first official breeding season. You already know we got some lab stuff coming up. But first and foremost, shout out to RGI. We'll be sending you some sheds in because my first official pairing will be a head DG to a head DG. It's gonna be, I believe she's an OD butter pastel head DG.
Yep.
Her name is Kobe. And then the male that we'll have going to her is DGG, which is Desert Ghost Goon. And he's a pinstripe, Enchi
head DG. Yep.
Head DG male. And that'll be our first, my first official pairing. And I mean, I know they're both head DG, in the past we actually got a Desert Ghost Hypo chocolate.
Yeah, it was pastel chocolate hypo DG.
Yeah, her name was IG, and unfortunately she ended up passing. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show y'all, like, hey, like, we take losses too. Like, this is going on my third year. We've already took 2 losses from 2 girls, 1 each year. Mm-hmm. And they were both recessive. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to remember too, guys, if you do this, you're kind of at the mercy of nature too, man. Like sometimes I had one snake right now that I've had for 4 years and hasn't produced a single clutch of eggs. Don't know why. She just hasn't done it, man. So not everything goes according to plan. Not everything's a dub. You just got to keep pushing forward. Those are just speed bumps in the road. So
facts, and sometimes you can't blame everybody. Sometimes you got to take that on the chin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Take a couple of L's and make $1 million.
Yeah, man, and you'll learn as you go too, man. Like I had to learn as I went. Like my care at the beginning wasn't as on point as it is now. Like you learn as you go. You see more stuff. You gain experience, and you kind of know what to look for, and you kind of gain that knowledge as you're kind of doing it. So it's always important to kind of grow and gain as much knowledge as you can. We're always trying to learn, whether it's about genetics, how we can enrich the ball pythons more, how we can care for them better. So, it's a constant grind 24/7.
Yeah, but to answer your question, We'll have the head DG to head DG. Hopefully, we'll get some visual DGs.
Oh, we're gonna, bro. We're speaking that into existence.
Yeah, facts.
Make a comment down in the comments.
How many
visual DGs are we hitting in that clutch?
Whether DGA, B, C, whatever. All right.
Just DGs.
But
man.
Also, my favorite girl right now, honestly, besides Nova, obviously, she's Queen Bee, is Eurus. So Eurus is an OD lab head pod, and she's gonna be going to my son Gohan. And he's a visual dreamsicle.
Fire.
So yeah,
Fire.
So basically, we trying to get them OD pies so we can set up for them super OD pies. Honestly, dreamsicles.
We're trying to hit that inception, that OD dream.
We
for
really
sure.
Sounds like somebody did their homework.
For sure.
And we definitely, and then we gonna get that confusion in there too. Like we definitely for that lab, man. We definitely have a lot going on, and also, the newest edition YB.
Yes, sir.
Man, he's so hard. Shout out to Mills Pythons. I think I said that correctly.
Shout out to UK, baby.
Yeah, in the UK. Hey, they got some fire over
do.
there, and we're definitely going to be doing business again with them in the future. And YB, he's a, Fire Inchy Cinnamon Lab.
Yep.
Head pie, but between all of us, we think he's going to
prove out. He got them tracks. I think he's going to prove out, man. Another thing, comment, is he going to prove out or not?
Yeah, exactly. And he's going to be going to Lala. She's our Spider Lavender head pod.
Fact.
So we trying to if we'll know if he prove out because there's gonna be some dreamsicles on the ground for sure.
Even the non-dreamsicle combos of that is gonna be crazy, man.
That Spider's gonna turn it up. I know a lot of people don't really rock with Spider. I know you do.
I like Spider.
It's like 50-50 for me. I'm not gonna lie, but I know it's gonna be hard. So with those two, I think that'll be it for me. Those three this year because I'm gonna see the rest of them. Yeah. So
Nice. So, Mike. You made it through your first hatch, your first clutch. What is something that is a must-have if you are going to breed snakes?
Sheesh, that's a tough one because there's so many things that you need to breed them successfully and to hatch a baby successfully. I'd say the most important thing is probably your incubator, to be honest, man.
Okay.
I mean, second on that list would definitely be an ultrasound machine, but you can always try to palpate. So, I feel like the incubator is definitely the most important piece. Because, you take that load off the mom so you can get her back on the food faster by taking the eggs away. And then do you really want to risk, hundreds of thousands of dollars possibly hatching all those eggs by not having the correct incubator or, taking the risk of letting mom maternally incubate them? So I think the incubator is definitely number one priority. And, just in general, you need rats, man. Find you a good rat plug because if you don't get that, you ain't breeding nothing, man. And rats can be hard to find in certain areas of the country.
Man, shout out. I got to give a shout out. Shout out to my rat lady, Miss Rachel. I think she stopped. I think she had some medical stuff going on, so she took a break. But hey, shout out to you, Miss Rachel. And also shout out to my rat man in Memphis. Where that in Bartlett.
Yeah,
Tennessee. Okay.
I got a shout out to my rat man out in West Warwick, 401 Reptiles. And I got a shout out to the Fishbowl because they be hooking your boy up with rats too and mice. And we're not breeding rats currently, but possibly in the road, if this gets too big, we might have to. But I don't know about you, man. I'm not really trying to mess with the rats too much.
I've been thinking about it, but I'm just not ready yet.
Yeah, we'll see. That's something we're going to think about. But I'd say the two most important things for breeding them successfully is having your incubator set up and definitely food.
Totally. Hey, how about we have people drop in the comments their state and where they get rats, so it may help someone else out who's getting in.
Facts.
Yeah, drop them in the comments for sure.
Facts, definitely.
It's definitely hard out here if you don't got a plug.
And I mean, obviously, the most important thing to breed snakes is you need a boy and a girl snake too. So make sure you got a nice pair of snakes that are gonna make some cool babies.
That ultrasound key. That ultrasound. That incubator. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can kind of finesse if you don't have the money. I feel like you can kind of finesse an incubator, but that ultrasound gonna make or break you. I mean, we're chiropractors, bro. We I'm not comfortable with palpating.
I've never been good at it. I've never been good at it as far as palpating the snakes. But
it's actually amazing. I'm surprised we can't.
Seriously, man, seriously. But yeah, man, the ultrasound is definitely a game changer because it really helps you kind of figure out when to pair those snakes up, and it definitely takes a lot of stress off your male snakes too because you can pinpoint those breedings.
Exactly. So, quality control.
Yeah, totally. So it's definitely a game changer.
I mean, what would you suggest? How many males would you say you need to have for one female?
I would personally, if you're just starting like a project right now, starting out, I would personally buy like 4 or 5 females right off the bat, and then I would just wait and buy 1 male to put to all of them.
Awesome.
Like if you're gonna use a project, like for example, clown. If you want to do clown, get you like 5 clown girls, or you know, like 3 clown girls and a couple hets, and then grow them up for like a year and a half, and then get that hard clown male to put to all of them, and you're gonna make a good profit off your investment for sure by doing that.
Facts. If you have a little extra cash, I suggest 2 males.
Yes,
2.
yes.
If you got 4 or 5 girls, I suggest 2, just in case like he ain't acting right. We got one that ain't acting right, and we try to have that talk with him. You know,
He ain't having it.
It ain't their time. You know.
Yeah.
So you gotta have. I feel like you gotta have that backup just in case.
That's a good point too, for sure. And also, I think it's important too that when you're doing your breeding projects, I would pair 1 male to at least like 3 snakes, at minimum. Like if you're doing a breeding project, I would pair your male to at least 3 females, at least. So you always want to have a good group of females, because one might not go, one might stop eating, you never know. So the more females you have, the better your chances are of producing a clutch of eggs.
Awesome.